if a kid has a social communication disorder, long term, most of these kids eventually pick up what they have to do and really function better down the road?
Yes. They're never most likely going to be the most articulate child. They're not going to probably major in communications in college. They're always going to have, in a sense, like a learning disability in terms of understanding people. But if they're coached and they get enough speech therapy and additional services as well that can help them sort of approximate and understand, and many of these people can be very high achieving. They can be very intelligent.
They could be very good in communication with computers and technology, but maybe not so good on a one-to-one. Is that correct?
That's such a wonderful point you're making, because a lot of these kids who have this, as much as most kids these days are in love with video games, and parents constantly use the expression that kids are addicted to video games, I'll get kids who come in where they live on the video games and they really have a social communication disorder, and it's so important to educate the parent and not have them limit this child overly so on these video games. This is their way of meeting, expressing, even other people online when they play things like Xbox. And so not to mistake it, and to certainly not see it as some kind of oppositional, defiant behavior.
So a good therapist will change the anger of the kid not performing to tolerance where the kid is performing. And if you tolerate it and you learn to handle it correctly, you might wedge the little rough edges down a bit, and maybe the performance will be much better down the road.
Very well put. If a child's given an accepting environment, and this of course would probably go with any kind of disorder or disability, they then don't have to be nervous and fearful, and they can try to communicate, and they don't have to worry that they're going to be seen again as oppositional, defiant, because they don't immediately pick up on what the parent's saying. Very well, good point.